We have spent months analyzing AI detection and assignment redesign, but those discussions assume the people running our classrooms have the capacity to lead this shift. Generative AI moved into higher education with a velocity that left faculty caught in the crossfire of a technological transition they did not choose. In every faculty lounge, the same anxieties dominate the conversation: the potential collapse of academic integrity, the risk of AI hallucinations in research, and a growing concern that students are outsourcing their cognitive labor to chatbots. The labor required to manage these tools has created unpredictable, sprawling workloads for educators. Many report significant exhaustion and burnout as they attempt to reconcile traditional standards with automated outputs. We are managing a crisis of human infrastructure. The disruptive power of the software is secondary to the fatigue of the educators governing it. It is common to blame this slow adoption on a general resistance to change or a lack of interest in innovation. Research shows a complex story. In the Middle East, faculty report high psychological willingness to adapt, yet classroom implementation remains low. They stand at a capability gap, recognizing the technology's importance, but lacking structural support to safely cross into the AI era. Psychological readiness does not automatically grant technical proficiency. Currently, institutions are asking for the latter without providing the resources to build the former. Individual effort alone cannot bridge this divide. The gap between willingness and usage reveals a systemic failure in how we support our educators. True readiness integrates into the daily workflows and governing policies of the entire university. It cannot be achieved through an isolated professional development workshop. This requires strategic policy alignment. High-level digital visions must be translated into local, functional governance that provides faculty with clear rules of engagement for their specific disciplines. A resilient system operates through interlocking layers: ethical governance to mitigate risk, equitable infrastructure to ensure access for all staff, and an agile culture that rewards iterative testing over rigid compliance. When these operational layers fail to function together, AI integration remains fragmented and unsustainable. With a solid institutional foundation in place, faculty can begin developing the specific professional competencies required for the modern classroom. This starts with critical AI literacy, or CAIL. This is the skill of analyzing AI systems to identify embedded power structures, recognize bias in training data, and interrogate outputs rather than accepting them as authoritative. This literacy allows for a more nuanced redesign of academic assessment. The AI assessment scale provides 5 tiers of integration, moving from no AI to collaborative models. The ultimate goal is Level 5, AI exploration, where students and educators co-design novel AI applications to solve complex problems. Mastering these literacies allows educators to use AI as a transparent material for meaning-making, rather than viewing it as a threat to academic integrity. The human-in-the-loop framework provides the operational standard for this work. It combines AI's data processing speed with a human educator's contextual reasoning. Here, AI functions as a recommendation engine, but the educator must review, contextualize, and validate every grade and piece of feedback. This workflow protects professional autonomy, ensuring that software supports the instructor's expertise without attempting to replace it. Automation in education is only ethical when human judgment remains the final arbiter. The labor of the educator is shifting. Providing facts is now a baseline activity. The real work happens in the design of the frameworks where those facts are interrogated. As they curate these complex intellectual experiences and co-design novel assessments, educators are taking on a new role: the learning architect. In this new paradigm, human judgment has become the most critical component of the entire educational process. The trajectory of AI in education depends entirely on the preparedness of the people entrusted to manage it. True educational intelligence remains a human endeavor. AI is simply the new scaffolding we use to build it. Higher education must focus on building the institutional capacity to sustain this transition. In our next episode, we will look at the mechanics of human oversight and see how these collaborative workflows function in a live classroom. Closing the readiness gap is the only way to ensure technology serves our educational values.